Hey guys, you're listening to the English Made Simple show. This is episode number 195, number 195, número 195. Hello! Welcome to English Made Simple. My name is Milena from EnglishMadeSimple.net, EnglishMadeSimple.net. How's it? Remember me? Did you forget me? No! I know I haven't been here 2 weeks. I haven't released an episode. Oopsie daisy. I've been on the phones all week and the week before that. All of the past week, I should say, and the week before that. And as a matter of fact, in the past few weeks, I've been spending a lot of time on the phone trying to organize things for the bathroom renovations, talking with different tradesmen, with different tradies, as we say in Australia, but also trying to organize the cleaning and moving as I'm on the move again. I'm moving again. Right, so before we begin, I'd just like to say that this episode has been brought to you by Tour Studies. Tour Studies helps you get a visa so you can come to study in Australia. So you can study English in Australia, let's say for 6 months or whatever time period you choose, and then you can travel the rest of the time exploring Australia. So if you're interested in studying English in Australia, visit EnglishMadeSimple.net/study. And the team at Tour Studies will help you out with visa, with insurance, and help you out with finding the right courses that you can take in Australia. Again, that website was EnglishMadeSimple.net/study. So now let's continue with the show. Today's topic is about, what shall I call it? Awkward conversations over the phone. Or difficult conversations over the phone. Do you know the word awkward? Do you know what that means? It means uncomfortable or difficult, okay? You could say I had uncomfortable conversations over the phone. So I had a couple of awkward phone calls or difficult phone calls last week, and I thought, well, this is great. I can share this with you and maybe teach you something in today's episode. Because I seem to attract all these uncomfortable things, okay? They all happen to me for some reason. All right, so for those of you who have been listening to me for a while, who have been following me for a while, you will know that I'm in the middle of renovating my bathroom. This has been going on for more than 2 weeks. I should say 4 weeks now. I expected it to be finished in 2 weeks, but nope. The renovations are still happening, so I hope I'll be able to move next week. Otherwise, I will have no home. I'll be homeless. So this delay in renovations has affected my work, publishing my podcast, and it's also delaying my move. I'm moving to another suburb in Adelaide. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome and enjoy today's episode, which is going to be about me venting and complaining. And maybe you learn a couple of new words and new English phrases. So stay with us and keep listening. Complaining is not what normally happens in these episodes. We normally learn something new, something exciting. We learn new vocabulary, new phrases. Maybe you learn in today's episode as well. Okay, so here's what happened to me in the last 2 weeks. Okay, my bathroom started to leak. Leak, L-E-A-K, that's how we spell it. My bathroom started to leak, but it hasn't even been completed yet. It hasn't been done, it hasn't been renovated. To leak, okay, that's the new word for today. Leak, L-E-A-K, means to drip or trickle or to seep water. Let me kind of explain this. You know when you go to the bathroom to wash your hands, okay? You're in the bathroom washing your hands and you don't close the tap properly. You finished washing your hands and then you want to close the tap. And then you can see the water is dripping or leaking through the tap. Sometimes you can close the tap properly, you know, you can close it, and still this water is dripping. There's still water coming from the tap. This issue is called a leaking tap. Okay? And if you're a plumber, if you're someone who works as a plumber, fixing bathrooms or installing new taps, you will probably be fixing a lot of leaky taps in your job. I am pretty sure because I had a few in my lifetime, okay? Anyway, I'm getting myself distracted now. My problem was more serious than a leaky tap. And how did I know that my bathroom started to leak? Good question. That's exactly what today's episode is about, okay? Well, here comes the awkward and difficult conversation. My new neighbor, whom I haven't met yet, okay? I haven't met this guy, called me out of the blue. He called me out of nowhere, just unexpectedly. He found out my number from another neighbor. I used an expression here, by the way. I used an expression out of the blue, and that's an English expression, and it means unexpectedly, okay? Unexpectedly. So I received a phone call out of the blue from this neighbor who lives downstairs, okay? Here's my story, okay, guys? I remember the day I got that dreaded phone call. It was almost the end of the day, I remember, and I felt like I accomplished a lot that day. I felt like, now it's time to relax. I worked hard. I had a great day. I want to have a glass of wine, okay? But no way, Jose. The phone rang. My phone started to ring. So I said, answer the phone. Hello, Milena speaking. And the voice on the other line said, hi, this is Steven speaking. I live in unit number 5, just below your unit, and I just noticed that there is water coming into my bathroom from your apartment. And it's clearly coming right from your bathroom that's above mine. Okay, I was thinking to myself, oops, this is bad, this is so bad. So I said, oh, hi, Steven. Oh, no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I will have to have a chat with my plumber about to see what the problem is. Can you please explain the problem to me again so I can explain it to my plumber? And Steven goes, oh, hi, Milena. It's not your fault. It's those builders who didn't know how to do their job properly. They've been making a lot of noise for the past 2 weeks, and now there is water in my bathroom. It's just trickling from the light bulb in my bathroom. I had to remove the light bulb so that I don't get electrocuted. Okay. You know the water and electricity don't mix, right? He told me. And I was thinking, yeah, of course I know that it's not the right mix. So I said, okay, Steve, I think I better get my plumber to have a look at this ASAP, which means as soon as possible. Again, I know it's not my fault, but I really am sorry that this has happened to you. I'm going to talk to my plumber if he can come to the property as soon as possible. I think in an hour if he's able to. So please bear with me while I call him. And thank you so much for being patient. Okay, so that was the phone call in a nutshell. I kind of summarized it. This phone call wasn't this short. It was just me summarizing the whole phone call for you. Just basically, the whole experience wasn't a pleasant one. It wasn't a pleasant experience, especially as I wasn't there. I wasn't there at my apartment when the plumber was there, and I wasn't supervising the whole work for the past 2 weeks, which I think I should have done. But again, I'm not a plumber, so I wouldn't know what I would be supervising. Anyhow, I trusted the guys who did my bathroom. I trusted them, and I trusted that they did a good job and that they knew what they were doing. So as you can imagine, this phone call kind of raised some suspicions and made me really nervous. And as you can see, this added another week of delay to the bathroom renovations. Needless to say, my plumber was great. He responded urgently and he went to inspect the problem and even spoke to Steven downstairs. It turned out the problem wasn't as big as we thought, but it was the plumber's fault. He did kind of what we call a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake, in other words, means a beginner's mistake. He didn't seal something properly in the bathroom, and the water started to leak onto the tiles and through the floors, somehow reaching the unit downstairs. I had never had something like this happen to me before. Never. So it was a really uncomfortable situation, and I felt sorry for my neighbor downstairs, who lives in the apartment right below us. It wasn't a nice experience at all, but it was an experience. It was still an experience for me, which will prepare me better for the next time I do any type of renovations. Okay, I'll just have to be more present. I have to visit more often, question things that I don't understand, talk to the tradies and things like that, which I kind of didn't do in this case. So guys, what I wanted to do today in today's episode was just to keep you up to date with where I'm at, what I'm up to, but also I wanted to share this real life experience of what to do when you get one of those uncomfortable phone calls. So if you were listening carefully to my story, you would have heard me say something that's really important when you receive one of these phone calls. So here's what you need to do. Number one, you need to apologize, even if it's not your fault. You listen to the other person on the phone and you say, sorry, okay? You need to apologize. It's not your fault. You didn't, ruin the bathroom. You didn't make the bathroom leak, but you want to show some emotions, you empathize with the other person. The person on the other line wants to know that you understand their pain, that you are on their side. You show empathy and you genuinely say that you're sorry. The phrase I used was, sorry to hear this, or sorry to hear about that. Oh, really sorry to hear about that. And after the other person explains the problem to you, tell them that you will take action soon and you will take care of the problem as soon as possible. So just give them kind of an assurance that you are looking into the problem and you're going to fix it. So it gives them kind of like a peace of mind. It kind of relaxes them so they don't start screaming at you, okay? So this sounded like an urgent call, the call I had. So I had to call my plumber on the spot, just after the phone call with Steven. I had to make another phone call and call my plumber to ask him to attend the flat urgently, to go to the flat urgently and fix the problem. So I had to explain the problem to him as well. The next day, I called Steven. I followed up with Steven. I just wanted to know how he's doing, if he had any more leaking issues in the bathroom, and just wanted to see how he was overall, if he's not going to complain or raise the issue with somebody else. But luckily, the problem was fixed in time and nobody was hurt, nobody was electrocuted, nobody drowned in the water, okay? It wasn't a big leaking problem, thank goodness. So yeah, as you can see, I had a lot of fun last week fixing things and dealing with issues, problems, fun times. So I will be back to my normal podcasting schedule soon, I think next week. And guys, thanks for being patient so far. And also in the next episode, I will talk about my audio masterclass, which is going to be about phone calls and using the right phrases when answering or making phone calls. This will be useful to you guys if your job is to answer phones in English, if you have a job where you're required to speak on the phone in English, or if you have a phone interview, like a job interview over the phone in English. So you can actually find out more about this masterclass if you go to englishmadesimple.net/masterclass. If you haven't already downloaded the free audio gift that I prepared just for you, it's a short ebook with audio called 5 phrases that will help you sound clear and confident over the phone. Simply go to englishmadesimple.net/phone, englishmadesimple.net/phone to download that free audiobook. And lastly, don't forget to check out englishmadesimple.net/study if you would like to study English in Australia, but you don't know how, who to ask, where to go. you'll be able to find out more information about that. Go to englishmadesimple.net/study. And that's it for today, amigos y amigas. Thanks for joining me. You've been an awesome audience, and you've been jamming with Milena from English Made Simple. Until next time, hasta la próxima!